Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Starrupture. Today we are gonna conduct a research on factory routing and what causes factories to actually break down. For example, these lines get clogged, things stop on them, start booping, or they even stop without booping. We're gonna go to the cause of that route because apparently that gave a lot of you problems as well. We're gonna go over number 1, 2, 3, and then we actually gonna get out of the game. So, I like telling you the causes with the reason, so you don't have to come to YouTube again when your factories break, because you can now just maintain it yourself. Every time you have a big factory line or a big cluster of factories that are working together, whenever you do anything like this, see, like, it's gonna take about 9-10 seconds for my factory to completely calculate this. See, whenever you're adding something else to the factory, your game actually calculates what can come here, what can go from here, and how long does it take for each factory to send resources to something that, let's say, was going to be here. So, later on, the decision making of the grid is like everything that is connected to each other and are functioning together, okay? Now, this grid's function is in milliseconds. So, for example, if I go to this factory and I change this recipe to anything, okay? Immediately things are gonna start coming here. One of the main causes of the cloggage or clogging in your systems is just changing the recipe. That's number one. And by changing recipe, it is not just the factories that are producing things, it is also storages. Yeah, the moment I press any of these, I'm done. Something came out of somewhere and is coming here. But if I change it to, for example, this, then now the booping and beeping will start. Upgrading these thingies or downgrading them by mistake, I don't know, that could be possible. Why are you doing it though? It's your problem. Why are you downgrading? Actually, you can downgrade. Pro tip, if you want to control the flow of, let's say, your rail into the dispatcher, you can actually use different speed of lanes. Yes, maybe that is of use for anyone, but well, take it. That was a premium plus advanced tip. But yeah, upgrading your lanes, because this game has graphic lag as well. Sometimes when you actually upgrade these lanes, the lane disappears for a couple of milliseconds. So yeah, that makes the thing forget where this was going, and it just stops in the middle. And most of the time, they don't even boop. Yeah, and that is another cause for the beeping and booping. The other one is looping. What is looping? Looping is when you have something as such going on. Okay, by the way, that causes you to take no damage. Always save your second jump. A loop is something as such. I have the factory, this here. Now, I have a lane that goes to this factory. I have a lane that goes out of this factory. There is another, let's say, factory that is going to be here. Okay, let's make it here. And as it is there, what is a loop? Let's say this is also connected to something like here and here. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's say this is going to get connected to this. It can't be because it needs to be like this. Okay, anyways. So this is my main line. I'm sending resources with it to this thing. This thing is sending resources to here. Then here, resources are gonna go. Oh god, this is a save time. It is gonna take a while. And yes, as another tip, unrelated to this video, save time is related to factory waiting system. It is very bad right now. Okay, now let's say I send it this factory, it got product, it is going out, and I send it back and connect it here. And this is connected to here already. This is a loop. This creates loops. This is a very simplified kind of loop. Look, this that was going is now connected to the back of itself. Maybe things are coming from here to here and things are going from here to there. But that confuses the system. So sometimes things can go inside here for no reason and then come out of the other side for no reason. And that is a loop. A loop is just maybe, I could have actually like just said something like this too. This is a loop when a lot of things are connected to each other that are in some way are representing this. Sorry for the shaking and your head, but this is a loop. So maybe things are going out, maybe things are coming in. If you have anything like this, it will break your factory. So now we get to the best part of it, because it might look like a spaghetti here or there, but everything here has a logic. All of these factories are connected to each other in a way that I don't need to worry about those. How is that? I will tell you exactly now how to route your factories. Give me uno momento. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new updated version of Microsoft Paint. Today we are doing this on here. Okay, as I said, a loop happens when you have something like this going on and you make a factory, let's say here. This factory gets fed from this system. If the products of this factory go back to the same lane, this could cause a loop, connecting other factory grids, and these are not just one or two, this is like 5-6 factories together. Every time I do something like this, it means 5-6 factories, okay? And let's say then you make factory number B here, and you connect it to here as well. This could cause another loop, because the things that are getting out of here have a chance to be of something that is used here. For example, here you're making something like tubes. Let's say this was an applicator farm. If you're making applicators here, this game has something called the call system. The call system says, okay, A is here, B is here, C needs something that exists both in B and A, and all of these are connected to C. The call system demands that the closest possible factory or a storage sends the stuff. So the only place that will send the stuff to C, unless it runs out of it, is B. So B will always be the dominant resource sender to C, no matter what. So let's say if your tube main factory was here, but now the tube factory has a way to go here as well. This is much shorter. So this will start sending tubes to applicator, and this will stop working unless this thing runs out of tubes. And there will be high traffic here. Why? Because things will get stuck here and get sent here. And yes, this will cause high traffic here as well. Yes, so that is why you never do something like this. This is also a loop. So yeah, loops are bad. One second, let me pause. I will explain how to route your factories now. Okay, now this is some advanced stuff, so prepare yourself, wear your helmets. What helmets that is, because this game is evil. Those bugs are not the evil things in this, like the factory rail system is. Really, it is. Okay, so this is a bus line. What is a bus line? This is a line that, or lane that in this game that carries all of the stuff that you have that are going through your system into the orbital cargo launcher. We're gonna call it cargo. Yes. Cargo launchers are here, let's assume. So you have a factory that is producing things and giving it the final product to this place. But oh no, this factory is now working full time, or you want this thing to be faster. So where do you go? Like, do you put a factory here and actually connect it to here as well? Nah, don't do that. Yes, put it behind this one and connect it to this. Even if they are completely similar factories, make them like this and connect them here. Why? Because now this system will actually not only feed this, it will also feed this. You can also now make positive loops. What is a positive loop? Factory A and factory A1 and A2 are both producing the same item. Let's say again tubes. Now, the thing that is happening here is that things are coming from here, and they're being fed to both of these systems, right? Sometimes this has missing objects, missing resources that it needs. What you can do here is a positive loop. You connect the front of this to the back of this. Now, this is a loop that will actually feed maybe resources, maybe other things. For resources, do it here. Like you can make a lane here and lane here. That one side of this actually looks here. It does this, and maybe it does this. Okay, now this will actually send the stuff if this needs one. This will send the stuff to this if this needs one. But then you have to actually connect this also from here. That goes there and there. Okay, like this. If you go this route. This makes it very confusing, but you get it. You can actually loop this one too. Not loop it, make them feed each other. Like, it's a kind of buffering, let's say. Avoid it, but you can use it. I should have to actually properly do that in another video. But now, this system will feed itself, and also this one. So it's now a positive loop, and it will not affect anything in this system. But Duran, what if I make a factory here? Well, don't. What you do is just one-way factories that are connected to main lane, okay? Never break the main lane. That is the main thing. Never break the main lane. What does that mean? Things will go here. Things will not come from here, ever, okay? That is what makes a bus lane never get clogged. You know why? Because, let's say, you have a factory that's producing things, sending it here. You have a factory that is producing things and sending it here too. Only the final products get to ride this lane. Okay? If you put something here and then put a factory here and then connect this back here, now you messed up. Because a lot of things are going to start coming from here, trying to go inside this one. Or maybe things that are here that are already coming from here will stop these from coming. And they will start sending things to this, because this is now a highway, not a bus lane. So avoid highways. What you want to do is always have a main lane that carries the mission stuff, and factories only and only send final products to it. No matter from what side, we never take away stuff from here. It is very intriguing to use this bus lane, which carries all of the final products, as other resource lanes too. Don't do it. You can actually finish the game on a single one of these lanes if you actually manage it properly. Yes, it will take more time. Yes, it will give you lag, but it makes the game so much easier. I am working on a schematic, whatever that is. I know I speak Americano or Latin. So yeah. Later I'm actually working on a system, and I don't have enough time to play the Starrupture because it's very time consuming. I'm focusing on Windrose right now. I'm grinding it like oof. But anyways, not the point. The thing is, I'm coming up with a single lane that could actually finish the game from start to beginning to end of it. But yeah, this is the main gist of it actually. One lane that just carries the stuff over. Yes, it will have lag, but if it is managed well, no matter what disaster comes from the next updates, it will not break. Because I don't have time to make and start this game from zero. So I'm coming up with something that actually works for broken factories that already exist. And it could be something very much like this. Interconnected systems that are actually connected to the main system. Yeah, it is very confusing. This has been on my mind for a week now. what I'm doing here. So, yeah. Get ready for something nice. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. I know we spent more time on painting than playing, but well, welcome to factory games. This is what you wanted. You wanted a second job, so you downloaded Starrupture. Now we are both in trouble. So, if you have any questions, ask in the comment section. Thanks for the support, likes, comments, hypes, memberships, and supers. And as always, if it's nighttime, I hope you sleep like babies. And if it's daytime, I hope your second job, that is a Starrupture, is treating you well and you're treating it better. See you in the next video, fellas. See you in the next video.